Dr. Kyle Harner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Living with arthritis or joint pain doesn't have to limit your life. At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're Eastern North Carolina's only private, single specialty rheumatology clinic dedicated exclusively to your joint health. Our experienced team offers comprehensive care all under one roof, from consultations and joint injections to on site laboratory, x ray, bone density testing, and our specialized infusion suite. No more running around to multiple locations for your arthritis evaluation. When you need expert rheumatology care, choose the specialist who focus solely on conditions like yours every single day. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your mobility and comfort are our main priority. Call 252-321-8474 or visit carolina-arthritis.com to schedule your consultation today. Again, that number is 252-321-8474. Carolina Arthritis Center.
where your journey to health begins.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Pitt County. Good morning, Greenville. Good morning, Eastern North Carolina. And good morning to the entire world. You're tuned in to your favorite weekend show. This is Pitt Perspectives on Awesome 107.5 FM 1570 AM WECU. Yes, and as always, I'm your host, the one, the only, the one that I call Victor Ihuka. Yes. And with me in the radio are my co-host, my amazing, incredible, optimistic, extraordinary. You guys wanted it, didn't you? Yes, I have AY and Patrick in the building. What's going on, fellas?
Good morning, North Carolina. Good morning, everyone listening to us this very beautiful Saturday morning. This is AY, and it's good to be here on Pitt's Perspectives with, Victor, Patrick, and we are happy to have you on the other side. We know you're there listening to us, and that is why we keep coming back. And we're happy to have this show this morning.
Yes,
Patrick,
sir.
what's going
Yes,
on?
sir.
Yeah, good morning, Pitt County. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. This is Patrick once again on the 1, the 2, the 3, the awesome radio. It's amazing Saturday morning. It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
It's
Yeah.
raining,
It just-
actually.
The weather is really cold.
It's
it
raining?
started raining?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
But it
rained
feels
last
just
night,
right.
yeah.
It feels just right. So it's perfect weather for the show. And hey, good morning Africa. Good morning South America. Good morning North America. Good morning Europe. Good morning Asia. Good morning Antarctica. If there's anybody in there. Good morning Oceania. And good morning everybody. I hope y'all gonna have a blast. And we got a great show packed for y'all.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
tuned.
Yes, sir. Yes. First, shout out to ECU Pirates. Come on, one time for ECU
Yeah.
Pirates. Yes. The Pirates, they picked up their first conference win of the season this week, this past Thursday. I think they beat Army 28-6. Go Pirates! Yes. Yes, first of all, we'll try to get into the top community news recap. You know how we do it. And the top community news recap is proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. Let's go, guys. What do we have?
Okay, I have the first news here, and it says Pitt County school staff set to get pay raises with a new salary structure starting January.
Yes, many Pitt County school employees will see bigger paychecks starting in January. The Board of Education approved a new salary structure after a study showed that local classified staff like bus drivers, custodians, cafeteria workers, and teacher assistants were being paid less than their peers in other districts and industries. County commissioners committed $3.6 million to help make salaries more competitive. Officials say this investment is aimed at boosting morale, filling job vacancies, and keeping more staff long term. The new pay scale shortens the step system and increases pay between steps, ensuring no employee will take a pay cut. Leaders hope the raises will make Pitt County schools a more attractive place to work, while better supporting those who keep schools running every day. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, moving on.
Yeah, we have Greenville celebrates culture at St. Gabriel International Festival next weekend.
Yeah, come on, one time for St. Gabriel's Festival. Yes, Greenville is gearing up for a colorful celebration at the St. Gabriel International Festival. On Saturday, October 4th, the free family-friendly event kicks off with a parade of nations at 10 a.m. and we feature music, dance, arts, and food from cultures around the world. Guests can enjoy music performances from groups including Victor Ihuka and Global Connections NC, along with games and bouncy houses for kids. Food and game tickets will be available on site, making this festival a lively way for the community to come together and celebrate its rich cultural diversity. Yes, Victor Ihuka and Global Connections NC. You'll catch AY and Patrick doing the music and the dance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have the next news here, and it says Emerge Gallery marks 25 years with a power luncheon and new partnerships.
Yes, Emerge Gallery and Arts Center marked its 25th anniversary with a power luncheon highlighting the importance of investing in the arts. Director Holly Garriott told community and business leaders that the non-profits has thrived because of strong partnerships. We'll be back with the top community news recap right after the break. Don't touch the dial.
Hello, my name is Hayden. Thank you for listening to Awesome Radio, 107.5 FM, 1570 AM, WECU.
I'm Dr. Kyle Horner from Carolina Arthritis Center. Living with arthritis or joint pain doesn't have to limit your life. At Carolina Arthritis Center in Greenville, we're Eastern North Carolina's only private, single specialty rheumatology clinic dedicated exclusively to your joint health. Our experienced team offers comprehensive care all under one roof. From consultations and joint injections to on-site laboratory, x-ray, bone density testing, and our specialized infusion suite. No more running around to multiple locations for your arthritis evaluation. When you need expert rheumatology care, choose the specialist who focus solely on conditions like yours every single day. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your mobility and comfort are our main priority. Call 252-321-8474 or visit carolina-arthritis.com to schedule your consultation today. Again, that number is 252-321-8474. Carolina Arthritis Center, where your journey to health begins.
Yes, welcome back, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're tuned in to Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network. Yes, Pitt Perspectives is the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in the heart of Greenville, Pitt County, Eastern North Carolina, to the rest of the entire God-given wide world. Yes. And before we went on that quick break, we are bringing you our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. Yes, Emerge Gallery celebrated its 25th anniversary with a power luncheon, and over the years, Emerge has expanded to offer classes, youth programs, and public art projects, including community festivals. At the anniversary event, several leaders and artists were honored, and philanthropist Harvey Wooten kicked off a new fundraising campaign with $25,000 gifts. Wow. Supporters said continuing to invest in the arts is an investment in Greenville's growth, creativity, and quality of life. Interestingly, we talked about arts and the culture last week.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you, Mr. Harvey Wooten, for the gift of $25,000 to the Emerge Arts Gallery. Yes, moving on.
The next news says Pitt County launches its first county-wide strategic planning survey and forums.
Yes, Pitt County is inviting residents to help shape its future through a new county-wide strategic planning process. An online survey is now open, and a series of public input sessions will begin in October to gather feedback on budget priorities and community needs. Officials say the plan will serve as a blueprint for the next 5 years, helping the county make better decisions about services and resources. Meetings will be held across the county and online, with consulting firm Beridon leading the efforts to ensure residents, employees, and stakeholders have a strong voice in the process. And the last one, guys.
Yeah, we have Aiden breaks ground on $18 million affordable housing project to boost the community.
Yes, a new $18.4 million affordable housing development is coming to Aden, Oak Ridge Park Apartments will feature 80 garden-style units with modern amenities like patios, walk-in closets, and on-site management. The project is being developed by Resource Housing Group with help from local, state, and federal partners. Community leaders say the project will provide much-needed affordable housing for working families and support local businesses by ensuring access to stable housing. Applications are already being accepted, and the development is expected to become a major asset for Aden and surrounding communities once complete. Yes, guys, that's all we have today on our top community news recap, proudly presented by Carolina Arthritis Center. Yes, this week on Pitt Perspectives, we are discussing, for our Community Voices section, we are discussing health and wellness in Eastern North Carolina, more than just hospitals. So, on this episode, we will be talking about how health systems like ECU Health or UNC Health, but in our case, ECU Health, supports our communities and the challenges of accessing care in rural areas, and as well as the growing role of wellness, fitness, and mental health in shaping community development. Health is much more than just treatment. It's about, building stronger and thriving communities. Yes, and just like everything, we have our calling, questions. So our questions today is, do you think healthcare in Eastern North Carolina is meeting the needs of the community? You know, there's a lot of things to be unpacked about that. And then we want to know from you, what's one thing you do to stay healthy and well in your daily life? Yes, and our calling numbers are still 252 756 2008. Yes, that's my guys. Yeah, I wanted to make sure you guys are still autopilot for a second there. Yes, 252 756 2008. We want to hear from you guys. Do you think healthcare in Eastern North Carolina is meeting the needs of the community? If yes or no, you tell us what you think, and what's one thing you do in your daily life to stay healthy. So, guys, yes, let's talk about healthcare in Eastern North Carolina.
Yes.
So first of all, when I was, Patrick wants to say something.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. As a biology major and a pre-med student, I think this has to be one of my favorite topics to talk
Yes.
about.
What
Because
has
I have-
biology major got to do with this?
We're talking about health.
Go ahead, though.
It has everything to do with it.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, so anyways, when this topic was brought up, I went ahead and got all the stats I could
Oh wow.
get possible on ECU Health, and so I'm gonna break it down by the numbers. AY, I'm sorry to take your role at this point. Oh, we have a call on the
Oh
line.
wow. That was fast. Good morning. You're tuned into Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio. Good morning. Who do we have on the line?
Good morning. This is your friend and colleague, Stephen.
Whoa! It's been such a long time, Stephen. How you doing, brother?
I'm so good. Very good. Thank you for asking. Great show today, guys. Loving the topics.
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, that's such a pleasant surprise, man. It's been a long time since we heard from you on the radio, man.
Yeah, I know. I've been, busy.
I can imagine. Good to hear from you. Yes, we're talking about healthcare in Eastern North Carolina this morning. I was trying to find out, is the healthcare in Eastern North Carolina meeting the needs of the community? What do you have to say about that? And then the second part is, what do you do, to stay healthy in your daily life? Yes, would like to hear what you think, Stephen.
So to your point of how you guys were speaking earlier, it's obviously we've got the hospital here in Pitt County.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say health, overall wellness,
Mm-hmm.
Greenville, Pitt County, yes. But once you get outside of that little hub, it's kind of hard in the east to get access
To healthcare.
to things like maybe a therapist. It's harder to do.
Okay.
A specialist, it's harder to do once you get out of Pitt County proper. I think.
That's Interesting. I've never thought about it like that. That's very insightful. Yes. On the second part, what do you do in your daily life? Well, I know some of the things you do, but I'm sure some of our listeners don't know.
Sure,
What do
sure.
you do in your, daily life to stay healthy? Because health is wealth.
Um, so again, I think I've opened up about going to therapy before,
Oh wow.
and
Yeah.
so I mean, I've really really improved myself.
Oh wow.
I've learned how to love myself and love everybody around me.
Hmm.
But it's not just that. It's staying active. It's I like soccer, playing soccer. It's making
Yeah.
time for myself, making time for my kids.
Yeah.
Just trying to be the best person I can be, man.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. Thank you too for opening up about therapy and mental health and all of that too.
Oh yeah, yeah, no
'Cause it's
problem, no problem.
still
In the stigma.
yes, yes, yes. And then yes, you talked about staying active. Steven, if you don't know, is one of the pillars of the Box Brigade.
Yeah.
The best soccer team for the best soccer team in the whole
Come
of
on, you
Eastern
Bucks.
North Carolina. Yes, come on. One time for Greenville. Yeah. Yes, shout out to Greenville United. Thank you so
We're going
much,
to the Cup on
brother.
the 11th. We're
Yes.
going to the Cup, baby.
Yes, sir. We're going to the cup. Yes, to the
Yeah.
Open Cup. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye, guys.
We hope you keep, you calling in and sharing your insights with us. Thank you, and do have a good day, sir.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.
Yeah. Have a good one. Woo, that was amazing, man. Yeah, it's good to hear from Steven. It's been such a long time. Yes, guys. Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
Uh-huh.
Yes, resident biologist and makeshift economist.
Yes. For the day
Yeah.
or for the episode. I was gonna break it down by the numbers before I said anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have metric and figures about ECU health.
Okay.
So we're gonna go first number of counties served. That is 29.
Mm-hmm. That's a huge
That's a
footprint.
huge
I didn't realize that. too.
Yes, in Eastern North Carolina, and then the population served is over 1.4 million people.
Oof. Wow.
Yeah, and then number of hospitals in the system is 9. Licensed beds about 1,708.
Okay. Wow.
Team members in the workforce about 13,000 members.
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
be back right after the break. Don't touch that dial on Awesome Radio Network.
I am Miss Mary Cox. I'm Killer Thigpen's mother from Awesome Radio.
There will be a series of Pitt County Municipal Candidate Forums beginning September 30th to October 10th for Ayden, Grifton, Farmville, Fountain, Winterville, Bethel, and Greenville. The full schedule is on our website, awesomeradionetwork.org. Click on the WECU logo. You will also see a link to a candidate's question form where you can write in questions to the candidates and our moderators will read them for you. You can even be anonymous. For more information, reach us at 252-756-3137. We look forward to your presence at these Pitt County Municipal Candidate Forums for Ayden, Grifton, Farmville, Fountain, Winterville, Bethel, and Greenville, September 30th through October 10th. See the full schedule, dates, times, and locations on our website, awesomeradionetwork.org. Click on the WECU logo. We can be reached at 252-756-3137.
Yes. If you're just joining us, you've tuned into the best radio show in all of Eastern North Carolina and the world, actually. Yes, best weekend radio show. This is Speak Perspectives on Awesome Radio. And before we went on that break, we were hearing from our resident Gen Z turned economic analyst for today. Yes, take it away, Mr.
Yeah,
Mbaya.
just a recap. I was mentioning that ECU Health employs over 13,000 people.
13,000.
13,000.
1-3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Reaching over 1.4 million people. Assisting over 1.4 million people in all of 29 counties in Eastern North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah, so that, and then the last figure I was going to give out was that we're talking about inpatient and outpatient surgeries. We have 49,599 for inpatient surgeries, and 406,452 outpatient visits. Now, to put that into perspective, that's more than 5 times more outpatients than inpatients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and this ties back to I took a class called Rural Health 1000, and that opened my eyes to a lot. For example, I was assigned to research Edgecombe County, which is very close to Pitt County,
Right.
and it shows you the differences that you have. You know, we are lucky to even have an ECU Health in Pitt County.
Right.
Like, and people in Edgecombe County, for example, there's a lot of poverty, for example.
Yeah, it's
You know,
rural,
we
very
talked about food
rural.
deserts and all
Yep.
that in the past on the show.
Yep.
And people like that have to travel at least an hour to
Wow.
get healthcare, which could turn something like a regular routine check into an emergency
That's
when you're
wild.
talking health wise.
Right.
So it's very important that the healthcare system is doing what it's doing in in Greenville and Pitt County
And Eastern North Carolina.
and Eastern North
too,
Carolina,
'cause
yeah.
it's-
Because without ECU Health, like you can only imagine what
Yeah.
it would be like.
I mean, it's interesting to put it like that because, I'm part of very interesting Facebook groups about the area, and, people talk about, their perception about things. Maybe someone goes in to get seen and, the place is full, or someone wants to get this care and they can't get it immediately, and then understandably they have a lot of negative things to say. But just to put in perspective how much healthcare burden there is around here, I mean, it's still very wild. I mean, there's still a huge need for nurses. For instance, I think it was on this show we brought some information about Martin Community Hospital that had shut down, and how ECU Health was bidding to have it reopened, to and all that. So, it's interesting to find out what's going on. And ECU has been doing with I think community clinics and mobile health units. They always working to expand outreach. There is ECU Health Beaufort, there is ECU Health in some of these other places. Granted, it's still there's still more work that needs to be done, but it's good to acknowledge the imprint and the impacts they are making anyways. And then yes, that's actually great to hear. And I hope our callers, you call in and share your stories with us. We heard from Stephen earlier on about how, he keeps, healthy, some of the things he does. And I think therapy too is something, I think it's underrated. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I wouldn't say underrated in
Okay.
a sense, because especially around here, I
Right,
think like
right.
a lot of premium is placed on it. A lot of people are more open to it
Right.
as opposed to say back home, for
Right, right,
example.
right.
So I wouldn't necessarily say it's underrated.
No, I mean, I mean underrated in the sense that,
How helpful
Like
it
it does
can be.
more than
yeah, like
we
it's
acknowledge,
easy
right?
to kind of quantify in numbers. It's not like if you have a physical element and then you treat it, now it's gone. You
Oh,
can
we
see,
can see that,
it's
okay,
gone,
I-
right?
yeah.
I get
Versus
I think I get what you're trying to
having to go through therapy and then the condition, whatever it is you're going with, you feel better. You love yourself. You love the people around. Like that. It's not always. Yeah, go ahead.
I get what you're trying to say.
Right.
I also get what AY is trying to say. If you're living in like back home, for example, for me back home being South Africa, therapy, yes, it's there, but it's not there. Like it's not emphasized, or it's
Right.
not as opposed to Greenville.
Right.
We hear about therapy all the time, and
Right.
therapy is very much emphasized, and at the same time, it's there, but it doesn't mean everybody uses it. People feel the need to use it when they have to use it. They don't just like, okay, I'm going for therapy. It's like I have nothing to do, then I'm going for therapy. So it's there for the most part, but it's also,
yeah.
and it also depends on the person and the people and how they use it.
Yes, that's interesting. So like when we talk about health, it's not just hospital. It's lifestyle too. Again, fitness, nutrition, even access to safe places, safe spaces for exercise. Shout out to the city of Greenville. There are the greenways. I'm sure there are a number of gym places out here. There is a gym in my apartment. I mean, there is the campus rec on campus. Even though you need like to be a student to use it,
Yeah, you
right?
need to be a student or
Right.
pay is it $150 for 3 months?
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
that is interesting. And I think one other thing too we have to actually talk about when we talk about healthcare here is affordability costs.
Yeah.
You know, when I first came here, I think it was Alex, my friend, the Ivorian, who told me, I think the way he said it was, bro, you can get sick, but don't get sick. You know, because if you get sick, you know, it gets very interesting, you know, as far as affordability. So, would you think healthcare generally, okay, let's talk about costs now, is more affordable here versus back home or not? How would you? So, by back home, I mean in your case, Nigeria, and in your case, you know, South Africa, or generally.
I mean, obviously, the US has. I mean, when you talk about affordability in terms of healthcare, is I wouldn't say the US is affordable, even compared to places like, say, the UK, for example. I have friends in the UK, and when they talk about healthcare, I mean, the conversation is usually very different. You know, say, for example, say someone who delivers a newborn in the hospital here, as and compare it to someone who is in, say, somewhere like the UK, for example, you are going to spend an arm and a leg here compared to someone out there. So I wouldn't say it's affordable, although I mean for a lot of people it probably be relative, but personally I don't think it is affordable. And like your friend said, you don't want to get sick in the US, honestly. You just don't want to get sick. It's always better to stay healthy, and that's why I think the conversation around the health, like the healthy lifestyle, comes to play, where you do what you can to stay healthy as opposed to then looking for remedy to get better when you're sick. Of course, we're humans and things happen. I don't think anybody plans to get sick. Nobody, wants to get sick, and nobody actively works to get sick, right? So those things happen to people. But for the most part, the aspects of it that you can take care of, which is, say, movement, exercises, lifestyle choices, what you eat, and things like that. Those ones are within your own control, so you can probably just spend a little more on that, and you know that you're in the long run you're going to be saving a lot, because what you spend in taking care of yourself, it won't be up to even half of what you will have to spend to recover if you got sick, right? So
Yeah.
that comes to play. You want to pay more attention to the things you do to actually stay healthy. And I mean that's where the conversation then goes from here, in terms of lifestyle. For the other calling question we have, which is what do you do to stay healthy and well in your daily life? So in that case, now I put the question back to you guys. So let's start with Victor. What do you do?
Me?
Yeah, your daily.
Oh, okay.
Your
I
daily
mean, I
stuff.
try to walk,
Okay.
yeah, in between, because I do a lot of sitting down at work. I try to, take time. I think after every 10 minutes, sometimes five anyway, you walk around a bit. And then during lunch, because I work downtown, our office is downtown, I try to walk at least for a bit, maybe go down to town commons, walk around, come out. I think another one too is, taking in the sun in the morning. So the office has like this open roof. Oh, okay. We'll go on a quick break and we'll be back right after the break. Don't touch the dial.
I am Miss Mary Cox. I'm Killer Thigpen's mother from Awesome Radio.
Health Pro is a licensed home care organization and a trusted provider of in-home care services with skilled nursing and personal care services. When your elderly parents live alone, there are many things that can be done to make general housekeeping and personal care easier. We are local and can be reached at 252-364-8114. We are located at 408 West Arlington Boulevard, Suite 101C, Greenville. At Health Pro, our services provide a relief for the aging and the disabled population who prefer to recover in the comfort of their homes. Our services expand beyond the normal, and we are currently serving 17 counties in eastern North Carolina. Veteran personal care services, companion care, sitter care, respite care, private pay home care, pediatric adolescent personal care services are just a few of the many services we offer. Visit our website to see all of the services we offer, healthpronc.com. That's healthpronc.com. Health Pro, 408 West Arlington Boulevard, Suite 101C, Greenville, 252-364-8114. That's 252-364-8114. Health Pro, a local, trusted, leading provider of in-home care services.
Yes. Welcome back. We're still here on Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network. Yes, Pitt Perspectives is the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Greenville, Pitt County, Eastern North Carolina, to the end of the world. Yes, definitely. And today we're talking about health. Health is, one of those big things, especially in rural areas. Access to healthcare is a big deal. And we were just talking about, what I guess AY was asking what we do in our personal lives to stay healthy. So keeping active, walking, and then, I hit the gym at least once a week with a friend. I think something else is drinking a lot of water too. Has been helpful. I drink tons and tons and tons and tons of water. How about you, Patrick? What do you do in your daily to stay healthy?
Yeah, I'll first take it back to the original question,
Okay.
which you asked AY to compare it to back home,
Mhm.
like how affordable health is. It's I think it's more affordable back home than it is here, and I'll tell you why. In the U.S. for the most part, we hear things like, "Don't get sick or too sick,"
Right.
or "Don't get injured,"
Right.
because if you
that's
do, then maybe the ambulance might have to come in, and if you get carried in an ambulance, that's that's a story for days. The bill is so high that you won't even, when you look at it,
or even the helicopter. I think that's even worse.
what? I didn't even know that's an option.
Yeah, it is. You see, go ahead.
Wow. Yeah, but anyways, if you compare it to outside, on paper the US spends twice as much on each person on health. So I think it's like over $4.5 trillion. Trillion, not even billion, $1 trillion. But health is you need to have insurance. And
Right.
insurance is linked to having work. So the moment you lose your job, you lose your
trouble.
insurance. And so your health is gone. But if you compare that to the UK or even other parts of Europe, they have a thing called universal healthcare, which is maybe you have free free access to healthcare and in some cases very low cost, and that's you pay when you after being served at the hospital.
Right.
So that's very different as compared to the US where you need to have insurance. If you don't have insurance,
Right.
then you don't have coverage, And yeah, I think
mean,
it's,
so people would think, I guess the other aspect to this would be quality. And the
Yeah.
quality, like, is the quality of healthcare comparable? Or,
Honestly,
What do you guys
I don't think it's the quality that is the main thing. I
Okay.
just think it's the way the US system is set up. So if
so it's not necessarily better than, say, Europe or not?
I mean, it's debatable, but I would think that those other countries also have good healthcare.
Yeah, okay, it's all
and,
relative.
I mean, the NHS is, and I'm talking about in the UK, for example,
yeah,
is-
health
it's
service.
very big and it's,
Right.
it's massive. They've got
Right.
very responsive healthcare
Personnel.
system, and
Right.
I even have friends who work work at
okay.
NHS, but we have a
Well,
caller.
Caller
Okay, we
on
have
the
a
line.
caller on the line. Good morning. You're tuned into Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network. Good morning. Who do we have on the line?
Good morning. This is Onyemeyo.
Mayor in the building. Yes, how are you doing this morning, Mayor?
Man, I'm doing
fine. I'm good all the time.
And that's good to know. That's good to know, man. Yes, we've been talking this morning about health and wellness and how it's more than just hospitals, how it's, a lot of different things too. Yes. So the two questions today has been one, if you think the healthcare in eastern North Carolina, and that's Greenville, Pitt County, and the surrounding areas, in your opinion, are meeting the needs of the community. And then the second part of the question is, if what things do you do to stay healthy in your daily life? So would like to hear from you, brother.
Okay, so let's start with some healthcare.
Right.
I believe the healthcare sector, they are doing what they can and
Right.
what they could to meet us.
Right.
Like I overheard AY talking of UK.
Hmm.
The system of government in UK based on health and system of government in US based on health are not the same.
Right.
Because I have been in UK before US. So it's like everything about health in UK is totally free.
Hmm.
You go to GP, the way we go to urgent care here, their own is general practitioner.
Oh, okay.
You go to GP, they check you and know what's wrong with you. If it's something that they cannot handle, they might transfer you to hospital properly, understand? So based on that, I don't think, well, let me not say I don't think, it's just that everybody have their own way of operation, understand, which Europe, UK, and US is totally different.
Right.
Because left for me and for a right reasoning person, nobody wants to get sick. Nobody wants to be sick.
Right.
Everybody wants to be healthy and keep on being healthy, because your health is your wealth.
For sure.
Understand? So that's number one. Then secondly, what I do to get, what do you say? Bring up the second
Yes.
question
What
again.
do you do in your daily life to stay healthy?
Okay. I do a lot of things to stay healthy. Number one, I love to stay healthy.
Right.
Secondly, I eat to stay healthy.
Okay. You eat.
And I eat, yeah, to
Right.
stay healthy.
Right.
Then the last part is, which is the most important part to
Right.
me, I keep fit.
Hmm.
I go to gym.
Okay.
I work out.
Oh, wow.
I do all necessary workout, fitness, as long as this is exercise.
Right.
Even down to my job. Whenever I'm doing my job, I have to turn it
Into
in
a exercise.
exercise form with the mentality of I'm doing exercise,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not working.
That's impressive.
So that is how I live my life to get fed. Like this morning now, as I'm talking to you, I'm in the gym. And before now, I have gone to Burley Park to do kettlebell workouts with the FN 3 men,
Oh,
F3
wow.
men, understand?
Right.
Which is fitness fellowship faith.
Oh,
Those
wow.
men, they are awesome.
Wow.
Understand?
Wow.
So I have done a 1 hour kettlebell workout this morning.
Wow.
And I believe other folks have gone home to rest, to do whatever they have to do. But I left there to the gym again. Understand? So that is how I love my health.
That's
So I'm
impressive.
doing all these things not to impress anybody, but to keep
Fit
myself
and stay
healthy
healthy.
and
Yeah.
wealthy. Understand? So that's it, bro.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. It's always great to hear you. And thanks for sharing your insights, from your experience in the UK and comparing it with the system here, and, sharing with us what you do in your daily life to stay healthy. And hopefully we'll do more of that, eat to stay healthy, all of that. And, yes, thank you. It's always amazing hearing from you.
And love to stay healthy, not just eat and
Love
work
to
out.
stay.
Love to stay healthy.
That's interesting. Thank you for sharing with us. Come on, one time for Onyemeo. Yeah. Have a good rest of your day, brother.
Yeah, I think.
Bro,
Oh,
Yeah.
bye.
Yes.
right. So I think it was Patrick that was sharing with us his routine.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was about to talk about what I do in my daily life before I
Yeah.
was
What
I
you are
was
doing
interrupted, but
with your life?
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
So, anyways, I work out a lot, or at least I used to when I didn't have classes and all these things in my way.
Right.
Yeah, but normally I would go to the gym almost every other day, if not every day, and I like to play sports. So
Okay.
since the most accessible sports for me right now is basketball, I try my best to get better every day. And so, like yesterday, I was at the gym for like 3 hours, and we're just running basketball games. And since we kept winning, we kept staying on. So,
Well,
so the more you
what?
win, the more games you get to play.
How do we
Yeah,
know you
like
were winning?
like sets. Like
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So you
Well,
play
so if
to
you
12,
beat
and
them,
then
they go out.
they
Then
go
yeah,
out, and
okay.
then other people have next, and then
Five
they come
aside.
on and pick their five, and then it just keeps
Yeah.
going until. Yeah, we had a very good team, and so we played for a while. But yeah, I go to the gym. I work out a lot, or at least I used to. And yeah, that's what I try to do to stay fit. I enjoy working out. The good thing
That's-
about fitness is that once you get into it, you enjoy it, and it becomes a routine,
Right,
and you
right.
keep up to it. And yeah, that's funny because we've all actually worked out, and I have the video.
Why are you threatening us?
Well,
I'm not.
I'm messing
I'm
with
informing
you.
you guys. I just saw it. I saw it like last week. I was just going through my phone and I
Yeah.
saw it. I was like, oh wow, we actually worked out together before the show even kicked off.
Yeah,
its feed,
that's I
and
remember.
we all worked out together. It was-
Or AY was attempting
well,
to.
for me, the old gym thing, it's not my it's not my it's not my thing
Understandably
Yeah, why
at
say
so.
it's not
all.
his forte?
I mean,
Um,
understandably so.
Well, for all things I do to stay healthy, though, I like Oyeme said, I try to eat healthy to
Okay.
the best
Okay.
of my capacity and ability. I try to eat good stuff. Also taking some fruits. Sometimes I blend it.
Oh, okay.
So that it's a bit more interesting, And then I rest. I try to rest
Yeah, that's
as
a
much.
big one, actually.
I mean, that's always been my own thing, even from even back home in
That's a big
Nigeria. That's
one.
one thing. Once I begin to notice that my body is acting funny, I stop everything I'm doing and I try to take, because one thing I do not want to do or experience is to be sick. I of course nobody wants that, but like for me, I dread that feeling. It's terrible, and so I try to rest a lot. Once I begin to feel like my body's acting funny, I just take time out from everything I'm doing,
AKA sleep a lot.
and I take sleep is
Yeah,
I
sleep
feel
is
like sleep is
very-
very underrated.
It's actually the number one.
I feel like sleep is a gift that God gave to mankind. Like, because what happens to your body when you sleep, especially when you sleep well, is that your body tries to heal itself. I mean, you pre-med, you will understand this better. I mean, we have
Does he?
and there are already mechanisms in our body that helps us to heal. I mean,
Okay.
the white blood cell and all these other things. So your body is supposed to be able to heal itself. So when your body does not heal itself, it means something is wrong. Right? But it's either because you're not eating well, or you're not resting well, or you're not exercising well. So naturally, your body has everything it takes to be able to mend itself, and that's what I try to like.
Encourage your body to
Do
do.
you understand? So when I feel like I'm not, like you mentioned, to drinking water, that also helps. Drink water a lot. It helps you to clear your system. When I said this clear system, I remember Juga. Juga, right?
Yeah.
Clear
It's
system.
this meme.
Anyways, it's a joke that most people will not understand. It's an inside joke. So, yeah. So, I try to do all of that. Try to rest. Try to eat well. Try to drink a lot of water. And there's
Right.
one more thing I do, which I don't know if
What's
a lot of you guys do it. Is that of course, I'm a very Christian person, and I believe that there is also provision for us, especially as Christians, in God's word to heal our bodies. So what I
Okay.
do is that I confess healing scriptures
Oh, okay.
like daily, right? So telling myself that this
You are
is what
healed.
God believes, wants for me, and that's what I'm going to have. So I say that to myself too. and that is also part of healing for me. So that comes. So the last one I'm trying to add now, which I've not been able
Which
to,
one is
is
that?
the gym. I've tried, but it just
I
didn't
mean,
work. When I was with, I mean, when we were
Yeah,
together, it
right.
worked out because I had people dragging me
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the gym, one, and two, it was during the break, so there wasn't
Yeah.
much to do, right? But like even Patrick, who is the gym guy, is
Yeah.
already saying that now that there's a lot of schoolwork, he's not going to the gym as
Yeah.
he used to,
And then I don't think you even. What would you be doing in the gym?
What was I doing in the gym when we were there? Patrick, please be the umpire here.
No, I'm
Compare
just saying, though.
my performance in the gym to Victor's performance in the gym. Please tell
You
us.
wish.
We are live radio.
You wish,
Tell-
Don't worry, don't worry.
No,
I
no,
got,
no,
I
no.
got you guys. I got
Talk,
you guys.
talk about it.
I need,
What are you doing? Don't
I
even
need-
go there.
Victor
guy.
will be.
I
Victor will
need-
be
I
busy
need-
when
I
I
need-
see
I
the world
need
is
to
about to
remain-
end. Post the
Bro.
videos.
Post
Put
it,
it.
bro.
Post the videos. Let's see.
I need to remain impartial. This
No,
is-
he's
No, no,
getting
no, no, no.
defensive.
No, it's not a matter of
I was
being
just
impartial.
speaking to the
Be-
fact that
be
I
very
mean, you
direct
are not
with
trying
it.
to build muscles, or are you?
But like Oyeme mentioned, it's not just about building
No, no, no,
muscles.
I'm just
it's about
saying,
staying
though.
healthy.
right,
Right?
right.
So for me, I think for me the reason why I've not really been into the old gym
I was
thing is
saying you look
because
healthy
of
already.
the
You don't
time,
need
the time it takes to.
Right.
So, but of course, I move a lot. I walk a lot,
Right.
and I mean, the fact that we don't even, we're not mobile in that sense. It's obvious that you have to, even when the bus drops you at this thing, you have to still walk to wherever
yeah.
it is you're going. So I get to move a lot, and so even in my office, I have the standing stuff, like you can pull it up and put your. So when I
So
sit,
you can stand.
yes,
and walk.
I stand and
Oh,
walk. So when I
that's
sit for a
great.
bit and I notice that I just move my system onto the
okay.
the stand
What's it
thing.
called?
A standing
Honestly,
desk.
I don't know what it's
No,
called.
it's not the desk.
It's not
'cause
the desk. It's
is
like
the
it's
entire desk.
yes,
bro.
like this one is just
For
it's
the
just on one
computer
part, so
itself,
you can put it down and you can stretch it up, right? It's
That's-
not an entire standing desk, right? So I just pull it up. Of course, I pull it up, leave it there permanently.
Right.
So when I'm working and I feel like I've been sitting for so long, I move my computer on it and then stand for a while,
Right.
and just do that too. So those are some of the
That
small
makes sense.
things.
I've seen people
I
too
do.
with the standing desk,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
some even have like this thing that looks like a treadmill.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice
I've seen people
setup
who
actually.
work on their laptop
Yeah,
while
it's-
walking on the treadmill.
It's
Yeah,
actually a
that's cool too.
nice setup too, because when you think about it, it's very easy to be sedentary, like sit in one place
Yeah.
for a long time, and
Computer.
it's not helpful, you know.
Especially
Like-
for students, you're
Bro.
studying, you're writing, you're doing stuff.
Bro.
Yeah, and
can remain in
yeah,
your
it's
seat for
actually
hours.
it's actually quite interesting because people find like amazing ways to keep fit while working. For example, I know salespeople, like people that work sales, always on the phone all the time, making sales pitches.
Right.
Like a guy that was a chimney sweeper, like he has to talk to the customers, so he would have a pool table. I visited him. He had a pool table, and he would be on the call and would be playing pool, like shooting
Oh,
pool.
really?
The steps around
Right,
the table,
right. That's-
getting to different spots. It's amazing,
That's impressive.
And he would go, hold on, let me get the stats for you, and he pauses them and he takes his shot. Yeah, and then he comes back to them and gives them the details and goes back to the game.
That
I
must
really-
be some
Yeah,
breaks. Too,
yeah,
that
it's
was
a really
beautiful.
great transition. Yeah. Anyways, I was also gonna say to keep fit, I also try not to, I'm college going student, and there's always the temptation to go to all these parties that are thrown, for example, and get involved in all this, social aspect of it. People vape a lot. It's
Oh,
college,
yeah.
right? People vape a lot and people drink a lot, and I do not, I'm too healthy, I feel, to do such things.
Right.
So I try my best not to get too tempted that I overcome this barrier that I've set for myself. So the barrier is I'm not going to smoke, I'm not going to drink. And so every day or every weekend at least, it's just a better of I'm still me, I'm not doing it.
Right.
So,
right.
even in an environment where you see vapes every day, staying true to yourself is another way to stay healthy.
Right.
Staying true to your morals and is another way to stay healthy for me. So
That's amazing. From
yeah, and to all college students out there that maybe vape addicted or whatever, you can
Talk to-
overcome it.
talk to Pastor Patrick.
And no, it's not. It's just from one college student to another. And people tell you don't start it. For those that
Right,
haven't started, don't
right,
start it
right.
because it's you don't want to start.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
once you do, it's really
Yeah, it's a
difficult to go
very
away
because I
from
mean
it.
I'm sure there must be something in that thing that's
Yeah.
very addictive
Yes.
to, you know.
And most people would think I'm different. Once I start, I can easily stop. That's what we all tell
Yeah,
ourselves. So
that's
please
it.
don't go into it. It's not.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rather go
Yes.
to the gym and work out or go play a sport as opposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see.
I don't want to talk about it because I'm going to sound very so.
Very what?
It's no worry. Let's
Say
leave
it.
No, I mean we'll soon be going on
Come
the
on,
break
say it,
anyways.
bro. Say it, say it.
You have the time.
Yeah,
to
we
say,
want
what are
it.
you
Yeah, I mean it's just not my thing. I mean, like Patrick said, it's just not my thing. So, and it's always like he also mentioned, it's always good to not even start in the first
Right.
place because you might not know what you're getting yourself into. And like you mentioned, there are actually things in there are substances
Obviously,
in
I mean,
those like in cigarettes and
Yeah, I think
vapes,
nicotine.
yeah,
Nicotine's
that
very
are
addictive.
very
they say.
addictive. You know, one of my doctor friends actually broke it down to me some time ago. Like, he was explaining how that thing works and how, you know, when you take it, this is what happens to you, and this is what the message it sends to your brain, and why you just feel like you're hooked to it.
yes. We'll come back for the last part of the show right after the break. Don't touch the dial. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for keeping with us. Yes, this is the home run, actually, of the show. On Pitt Perspectives on Awesome Radio Network, the show where we share stories, celebrate culture, and inspire community from right here in Greenville, Pitt County, to the rest of the world. Yes, we've been talking about health and wellness and how it's beyond just hospitals, too, you know. So, guys, let's see, what haven't we talked about? You know,
Yeah, so I think we have some community events. Yes.
okay, upcoming community events.
Yes, yes. So I think I'll start with Archiving Place exhibition opens October 3rd at the Greenville Museum of Arts. So
Yes, we have the St. Gabriel's International Festival next week, Saturday. There will be a lot of food from different cultures. There'll be a lot of music. Actually, you'll get to see Patrick and AY singing. And yeah, for real, come out and see them.
yep.
And there'll be a parade of nations too, you know.
Yeah, we're
That's
part of
probably
that
the
last,
best part,
last year. It was
yeah.
cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, we also have county strategic planning forums happening across Pitt County starting October 7th. Make sure your voice is heard.
Yes, I think we still have some more time left, though.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, we
yes.
do.
So,
So-
one thing that was like I was actually going to mention is what do you think about, you know, the way healthy living or health? I won't say I don't want to even make it about health. I want to talk about the way humans. Is it like we are evolving? And I'll get to what I'm trying to say. It's the
Okay.
fact that years back, and I'm saying a lot of years back, it
Okay.
felt like people were probably healthier. Have you ever felt that way, or do you think?
I think
That
it's
is the case.
it's not even a black and white thing. It's
Mhm.
nuanced too, because when
Okay.
you hear some people talk or read some records, you find out that as early or as late as the early 20th century, early 1900s, you know, life expectancy in some places like the US or even in Europe was like early 30s or mid 30s. Because when you think about it, I think it was penicillin or which drug that was discovered around the turn, you know, a little after that, you know, because then people didn't understand, I guess, the germ theory or something, how germs work. So there was a lot of, you know, infant mortality. There was a lot of, you know, wars and all of that too. So I say all that to say that it's a mix of both. You know, granted, people in those times had to walk more, had to, you know, literally walk physically or move around from place to place more, did harder jobs. So obviously it seemed like they had to. But then on the other hand, so life expectancy, you know, was way lower, you know, because there hasn't been some of the big advances in medicine that has sort of tried to figure out stuff, which is also interesting because one of the reasons I'm learning in public administration that social security is such a huge burden, is because there are actually people are living longer than before. So you have more, older people to take care of and all that. So again, it's not a black and white thing. It's very nuanced and complex. And looking at it on the surface, it's easy to think, oh, people used to live healthier, which could be true. So because again, there is also the whole fast food nature of food, ultra processed food and all that. Again, it's very complex to think about.
And then the
guys.
environment itself,
That's
it
too.
feels like a lot of things are just like it's depleting and wearing off. So, for example, the air we even breathe in, the quality of the air,
Okay.
with a lot of emissions and the
Right.
way technology. Of course, we are trying to move back to clean
Right.
energy and stuff, but like,
Right.
the more we use these things, the more they get depleted. So,
Right.
and that also adds to the health care part of it. But of course, like you mentioned, healthcare is getting better. Things are improving in terms of
I mean, it's a
advancements when it
very
comes to health.
complex, it's a
Yeah,
very
so-
complex conversation that requires a lot of unpacking, But then, there you can always find an example, whichever direction
Yeah.
you want to look at it too. Yeah. So our weekly inspiration. Let's see if we can get that in.
Yes. This is something that I think everyone should, go home with for
Yes.
this week. Wellness isn't just about how long you live, but how well you live. Small daily choices, whether that's walking, eating better, or checking in with your mental health, can create ripples that build stronger families and stronger communities.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we want to say a very, very, very big thank you to everyone who called and shared.
Mayor.
Yes, Steven, my
Steve.
man. Yes.
Yeah.
And we have, I think, the Greenville United. Oh, Ngozi Ihuka is is sending us a message on the chat on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's my mama. Yeah, that's my mom watching and listening all the way from Aba in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, mom. Yes. Yes, it's been an amazing, amazing, amazing conversation. I was going to say the Greenville United is in the US Open Cup.
Wow.
And our first game is October 11. I think it's in Apex. Apex is, I think, close to Durham after Chapel Hill or around there. So hopefully we'll get a win and, hopefully play an MLS team sometime, because, hey, that's why we love soccer,
Yeah.
because, I mean, Grimsby, they call it Grimbees. Grimsby is like Division 3 or what? They won you guys.
Yes, and then they won one other team that
Oh, really?
Chelsea won, and then Manchester United won Chelsea. So that's the beauty of
Yeah,
it.
you had to go there.
Yes, I had to.
Yeah, you had to
Yeah,
go there.
anyways, that's a wrap up from
Yes.
Pitt Perspectives.
Yes,
from
thank you for joining us on Pitt Perspectives. Don't forget, you can listen back online, on our YouTube or the Awesome Radio Network, social media. You can also, we'll be here next Saturday at 9 a.m. with more stories and conversations that matter to Eastern North Carolina. But until then, until next week, stay well, stay connected, and let's keep shaping the future together. This is it from all of us. Keep
Peace
listening.
out.
Yeah. Boom.